Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge, verse number 30. Api chet su-durācāro bhajate mam ananya-bhāk sādhur eva samantavyaḥ samyag vyavasito hi saha api chet su-durācāro bhajate mam ananya-bhāk sādhur eva samantavyaḥ vyavasito hi saha samyag vyavasito api chet su-durācāro bhajate mam ananya-bhāk sādhur eva samantavyaḥ samyag vyavasito hi saha
अपचेत सुराचारो वदते माम अनन्यभाक् साधु एव सा मन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सा
अपचेत सुराचारो वदते माम अनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः
Mataji.
अपि चेत् su-durācāro भजते माम् अनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवस्थितो हि सः
Word to word meaning. Api, even. Chet, if. Su-durācāraḥ, one committing the most abominable actions. Bhajate is engaged in devotional service. Mam, unto me. Ananya-bhāk, without deviation. Sādhuḥ, a saint. Eva, certainly. Saha, he. Mantavyaḥ is to be considered. Samyak, completely. Vyavasitaḥ, situated in determination. He, certainly. Saha, he. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Purport. The word su-durācāraḥ used in this verse is very significant and we should understand it properly. When a living entity is conditioned, he has two kinds of activities. One is conditional and the other is constitutional. As for protecting the body or abiding by the rules of society and state, certainly there are different activities, even for the devotees, in connection with the conditional life. And such activities are called conditional. Besides this, the living entity who is fully conscious of his spiritual nature and is engaged in Kṛṣṇa consciousness or the devotional service of the Lord has activities which are called transcendental. Such activities are performed in his constitutional position and they are technically called devotional service. Now, in the conditioned state, sometimes devotional service and the conditional service in relation to the body will be parallel to one another. But then again, sometimes these activities become opposed to one another. As far as possible, a devotee is very cautious so that he does not do anything that could disrupt his wholesome condition. He knows that perfection in his activities depends on his progressive realization of Krishna consciousness. Sometimes, however, it may be seen that a person in Krishna consciousness commits some act which may be taken as most abominable socially or politically. But such a temporary fall down does not disqualify him. The Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it is stated that if a person falls down but is wholeheartedly engaged in the transcendental service of the Supreme Lord, the Lord, being situated within his heart, purifies him and excuses him from that abomination. The material contamination is so strong that even a yogi fully engaged in the service of the Lord sometimes becomes ensnared. But Krishna consciousness is so strong that such an occasional fall down is at once rectified. Therefore, the process of devotional service is always a success. No one should deride a devotee for some accidental fall down from the ideal path. For as explained in the next verse, such occasional fall downs will be stopped in due course, as soon as a devotee is completely situated in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, a person who is situated in Krishna consciousness and is engaged with determination in the process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, should be considered to be in the transcendental position, even if by chance or accident he is found to have fallen. The words sādhur eva, he sently, are very emphatic. They are a warning to the non-devotees that because of an accidental fall down, a devotee should not be derided. He should still be considered saintly, even if he has accidentally fallen down. The word mantavyaḥ is still more emphatic. If one does not follow this rule and derides a devotee for his accidental fall down, then one is disobeying the order of the Supreme Lord. The only qualification of a devotee is to be unflinchingly and exclusively engaged in devotional service. The Narasimha Purana, the following statement is given: Bhagavati cha harav ananya-cheta vrishamalino api virajate manushyaha nahi shashya kalusha chabhi kadachit timiri para bhavatam upaiti chandraha. The meaning is that even if one fully engaged in the devotional service of the Lord is sometimes found engaged in abominable activities, these activities should be considered to be like the spots that resemble the mark of a rabbit on the moon. Such spots do not become an impediment to the diffusion of moonlight. Similarly, the accidental fall down of a devotee from the path of saintly character does not make him abominable. On the other hand, if one should not misunderstand that a devotee in transcendental devotional service can act in all kinds of abominable ways. This verse only refers to an accident due to the strong power of material connections. Devotional service is more or less a declaration of war against the illusory energy. As long as one is not strong enough to fight the illusory energy, there may be accidental fall downs. But when one is strong enough, he is no longer subjected to such fall downs, as previously explained. No one should take advantage of this verse and commit nonsense and think that he is still a devotee. If he does not improve in his character by devotional service, then it is to be understood that he is not a high devotee. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So बहुत powerful verse है ये. Sorry, this is a very powerful verse. And it's a very long purport by Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport in the end that when you take up to devotional service, it's more or less declaring the war against the material energy. So declaring the war, it means we have to understand who is our opponent. Our whole body is material energy, okay, in one sense. And our mind is materially contaminated. Our intelligence is materially contaminated. The whole surrounding is contaminated due to Kali Yuga. First of all, this is material energy, and second, this is Kali Yuga, where it's the most degraded age. But today we heard, no, sorry, this is not Kali Yuga, this is Chaitanya Yuga. So we are still protected. So, yes, sometimes people say, Prabhuji, when I came to Krishna consciousness, I was chanting, it was so blissful. Huh? But now, after some time when I'm chanting, all these bad thoughts are coming in my mind. Huh? Before, it was not there. But all of a sudden, it's coming now. These desires are coming. Why it's so? Is the chanting not working? So we have to understand, yes, the chanting is working very perfectly. Because Srila Prabhupada gives an analogy. When a room is closed for many years, there is a lot of dust. So when you start cleaning the room, the dust all comes up in the air. And this is all our desires which are there in our heart. And these desires, they come to give you trouble. It's not trouble, it's to make you remind that this is what you are really. This is what you are really, your desires. This is the original nature of you. But by mercy of Mahaprabhu, you are given a chance to get rid of this situation. It's making you remind that before coming to Krishna consciousness, you were nonsense. Don't forget that after getting initiation, after getting some position, or getting so many XYZ things. Don't forget what you were before and what are you now. And don't forget that you were also nonsense when you came to Krishna consciousness. So don't judge others who are coming now. Hey, isko ye bhi nahi aata. You don't know this, you don't know this. So many mistakes. Don't judge people. You also committed mistake before. So why are you treating them badly? Because now you are pakka. After 10, 20 years, you now became pakka. Now you want to judge others? No, this is not a criteria. So that's why it's very important to have a proper attitude in Krishna consciousness. Unless one develops that, he cannot advance. Without having a proper attitude in your chanting, in your service, in dealing with devotees, in association of devotees, unless we have a proper attitude, you cannot advance in Krishna consciousness. This is what Srila Prabhupada says in the preface of Nectar of Instruction. The advancement of a devotee will depend on the attitude of the follower. So what attitude are we talking about? Anyone? Which type of attitude are we talking about? I'm a president, this is my attitude. Oh, I'm an engineer, this is my attitude. Oh, I am so smart, this is my attitude. Such a nice singer, this is my attitude. What attitude are we talking about?
We're talking about we are understanding, not understanding new bhakta and junior devotees, they make mistakes.
We don't discriminate. Okay. Anyone else? Which attitude are we talking about? No one? What type of attitude should we have? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives Trinadapi Suni Chena Taroriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manedena Kirtaniya Sadahari. So now we are inside the room, protected. Few days back they were Ola Patani. What we call olas in English?
No.
Like heavy snowball, something we can tell, ice blocks, something like that. So there were olas in the city and it was heavy. But the trees outside, they tolerate everything. Rain, summer, winter, everything. And Mahaprabhu says you have to be more tolerant than a tree. Are we? More tolerant than a tree? When we get corrected, are we tolerant? When we don't get what we desire, are we tolerant? Give respect to everyone. Don't expect in return. Is it possible? If nobody says Hare Krishna to me, I will never in my life say Hare Krishna to him.
That's all right.
First you, then me. If I don't get diya first, then I get upset. Well, you don't know me. 25 years, see my hairs. It's a symptom. 25 years in the movement. No, you have to give respect to everyone, but don't expect in return. So this attitude we are talking about. Tolerant. And give respectful to everyone. No, I am third initiated, second initiated. I have a danda. This doesn't give you a right to insult others. So it's said that when a tree gets beautiful fruits, it bends down. Similarly, when a person develops good qualities, he bends down. He takes a humbler position. But humility we have to not misunderstand. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No, this is not humility. Humility means you know you are servant of Krishna, and for pleasing Krishna you will go to any extent. So when Hanumanji, he went to Lanka, he could have finished Lanka in one go. There was no reason to have a fight. Ramji should have not endeavor even to make a bridge. Ek din mein sab khatam. He could have done that. But what he was instructed, go to Sita, see how she is, and give this token that I am alive. Give her hope. Arey Ramji, what are you doing? You just tell me, I will just wipe this Lanka in one go. And bring Sita with me, and no reason to wait for so many days. But no, he took a humbler position because he is servant of Ramji. He said, okay, I am very strong, more strong than one can imagine. But for service, I will take whatever role needed. If the authority says me, run on 6th gear, I will run on 6th gear. If they say, now, take a humbler position, go slow now, I will go slow. No, this is my nature. I can't be slow, I can't be humble. No, you have to. For what? Service to the authority, service to Krishna. So this is very important. And then Hanumanji went there, and he also did his part by burning Lanka and set an example that what he can achieve. So we all are servant. There was a discussion, Swarupa Siddhi. What is Swarupa Siddhi? To jivere Swarup hoye, Krishna re nitya das. You just first realize that you are servant. This is the biggest realization. Don't go for what's your Swarup in the spiritual world. I am a gopi, I am a gopa. You can be a stone also, you can be a tree also in the spiritual world. This doesn't make any difference with Krishna. You can be a cow also in the spiritual world. Main thing is whatever rasa you have, the primary rasa is dasya, which is the most basic rasa, that you are servant of Krishna. So gopis, they please Krishna by loving him. Gopas, they please Krishna by fighting with him, insulting him also. Mother Yashoda pleases Krishna by chastising him. So this is how they please Krishna, and this is all for not their satisfaction, only for Krishna's pleasure. Krishna derives pleasure. We all know that Arjuna was in the battlefield, right? And he was fighting against with his own relatives. And in the battlefield there was one devotee called Bhishma, who was on the side of Duryodhana. So we all know that if you are with Krishna, prosperity, wealth, victory is guaranteed. But Bhishma was on the opposite side. How can he do that? And now we call him Mahajana. He's fighting against Krishna. Everybody was throwing flowers on Krishna. This guy is throwing arrows towards Krishna. And blood is coming. Krishna is bleeding. He made Krishna break his promise. Who can do that? He made Krishna break his promise. Can we even dare to do that? Krishna enjoyed it. Krishna enjoyed it. And this is how Bhishma pleased Krishna. And to glorify Bhishma Dev, he made an arrangement that Yudhishthira Maharaj does not get pacified by the instruction because he was lamenting, due to me so many soldiers died and this and that. He made an arrangement that everybody goes to Bhishma, listen from him, and all the sages gather, and myself, I go there. Krishna arranged in such a way, and Bhishma, with his desire, he leaves the body. He leaves the body. So Bhishma was also victorious, even though he was on the opposite side. Main thing was, he was pleasing Krishna. He was acting to please Krishna. But if you judge from superficially, nonsense Bhishma, totally wrong, fighting against Krishna. So we cannot judge that. Bhair artha manena. This is a defect that we still have. Huh? Garib devotee, Amir devotee, big donor, top devotee. Less donor, who are you? We don't know you. Devotee means what? Who chants Hare Krishna. Huh? Who is serving Krishna. Who dresses as Krishna. This is a devotee, right? But we see Bhair artha. Oh, position. Namaskar. I'll do done 10 word. Other, sir. दूसरी लाइन में आओ. And Krishna is warning here. Don't judge a devotee like that. Is there in network instruction also? Sometimes you can see foam also in Ganga, but it doesn't mean that she is impure. So similarly, if you can see some defect due to the material conditioning, due to material contamination, don't judge the Vaishnava. This is a warning for everyone. And this warning is not for others. This is the issue with us. When we talk about demonic activity, we think this is my neighbor. इनके बारे में बात हो रही है. And godly qualities, this is me. Humble, tolerant, fixed and everything. No. It's all about you. Because it said, during Satyuga, the demons and devatas were staying in different planetary system altogether, different planets altogether. Then came Treta Yuga. So demons and devatas, they were staying at different continents. Ram and Ravana, different continents. Then came Dwapar Yuga. Both devata and demons were staying in one family, Kauravas and Pandavas. And this is Kali Yuga. Both within this same body. So with intelligence, when we hear, we should see what quality do I possess in this. And if we see, everything will be ticked. Rough, yes I am. Proud, yes I am. Careless, yes I am. This is all about me. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, if you want to judge someone, judge yourself first. And then you will realize that I'm not even eligible to judge anyone because I'm so much fallen myself. So this position we need to understand that we are helpless without the association of devotees. We should give up this judgmental mentality and try to assist everyone. If we are senior, if you are strong, then help others. If you are junior, then take shelter and inspire everyone so that they practice Krishna consciousness. Because by taking to practice, we can get purified. This is the only solution we have. Okay, we are nonsense. We are having bad qualities. So what is the solution? Chant Hare Krishna. What else do we have? Come to temple. Do some service. Going away from devotees or throwing the person away from devotees, this won't help. Today's quote was there, right? Let me read. It was about hospital only. This Krishna consciousness temple is the hospital for the diseased spirit soul. And everyone is diseased. Come to this hospital, we shall take care of you and cure your material disease. We are all sick. We are all materially diseased. Some are little bit cured, some are in the process. But we are all in the process to get cured. So we cannot blame each other. We cannot, throw each other. We should help each other so that we get cured. This is what a Vaishnava dealing is all about. To help each other. Because the material world is all about exploiting each other. Using each other. But if it's there in Vaishnavas, then how it's encouraging. How it will inspire one to sacrifice. How it will inspire one to dedicate himself. Because this quality which we are talking about, ananya-bhāk, samyak vyavasito, ananya-bhāk, that he is not deviating. He knows that Krishna consciousness is the only solution. Krishna bhakti ke liye sarva siddha hoye. If I do Krishna bhakti, everything will be perfect. This faith he has. So how this faith will come? Unless he get purified. Unless he sees that faith in others. See how much he is dedicated. See how much nicely he is doing. See how much service he is doing. He gets inspired. Okay, I should also do. You ask any new bhakta or anyone who has joined a temple, what inspired him to join the temple? Other devotees who were serving. This is the thing which inspired him. What inspired others outside to take your book? By seeing you, how happy you are, they get inspired to take the book. So this whole movement is about inspiring each other. So a devotee is always happy and blissful. And when anyone comes in association or in contact with him, he also becomes happy and blissful. So if you ask him, Prabhuji, kaise ho? How are you? Nobody will say, ha, theek hai. Yes, Prabhuji, everything is nice. I'm able to chant nicely. I'm able to read nicely. Everything is going nicely. No problem. Some struggle is there, but devotees are helping me. Devotees are helping me. There is no scope for complaint. Garmi hai, AC is there. Come in the AC hall and here to classes. Best first class arrangement. This arrangement is not given to school and colleges where you pay fees, a big amount of fees, lakh amount of fees. No facility. And here you get prasadam also after class. Who gives you that? So Srila Prabhupada has made a house where everyone can stay and everybody is welcome. So this movement is all about welcoming each other, not criticizing each other. Because when sometimes something happens, like someone fall down. Oh, how it's happened, oh, nonsense, this and that. Here is mentioned, if he is still chanting Hare Krishna, he is a sadhu. Kṛṣṇa says, you cannot judge him. This is my verdict. If someone has stolen the money, you can forgive him. But this doesn't mean you should forget him. You never give him a position where he can steal money again. But still, you have to give him a chance to practice Krishna consciousness. You have to make that arrangement. Because whenever one falls down, is due to, there is 5 basic process that helps one to advance, which is chanting Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Shravan, Vaishnav Seva, deity worship and Dhamvas. So if we are attached to any one of these 5 principles, we can advance in Krishna consciousness. So if someone is lacking, is struggling, then you have to help him to get strong in one of these areas. And by doing that, he will get stronger and stronger. This is what the next verse is saying about that. That Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma. By getting a chance to practice Shipram, he quickly becomes Dharmatma. Yudhishthira Maharaj is called Dharmaraj. So a person who is struggling, who has fallen down, he will become Dharmatma quickly. You just have to give him a chance. Once I was hearing one class, so when Maharaj was saying that many years back in one temple, one guy joined and his name was John, something like that. So everybody was calling him Crazy John, Crazy Joe, something like that. So he used to come not dressed as properly, t-shirt and pant, and in between, making different noises, not sober, not composed. Everybody used to stay away from him. But he was allowed to stay with devotees. And Maharaj went after like many years, 5 to 6 years later on, and then he saw one devotee leading Hare Krishna Kirtan and thought, this face sounds similar, it's like seems similar, familiar. And he saw this was a Joe. And he asked, like, what happened? Like he was continuously coming, and all of a sudden he took up service in BBT. He's doing editing of BBT books. And now he's this Das, he's initiated. So one time a devotee was complaining, Prabhupada, this guy is a nonsense. Like you cannot tolerate him. It's so difficult to tolerate him. And Prabhupada says, you tolerate him the same way I am tolerating you. I am also tolerating you, so you also tolerate him. There is no other scope. Tolerate. This is what we have to do. Tolerate and help each other. This is not a show. Krishna consciousness is not a show to make a show to the whole people outside. No, it's a process where we get purified. We should not make a show of our Mangala Arati, of our Guru Puja. No, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada was one day doing a morning walk and he saw a big house and he said to everyone, in some years we will have a big house like this. Everybody, Jai Prabhupada. He went further. Saw a big car. After some years we will have a big car like this. Everyone, Jai Prabhupada. He went further and he saw a big dog. Some years later we will have a big dog like this. Everybody, Jai Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, why nonsense Jai Prabhupada? What is Jai in this? Why we want dog for? So not Jai like stupid. So yes, we need to be conscious. We are saying Jai Prabhupada, but are we following Prabhupada? Are we reading his books? Sometimes we pressurize ourselves so much that we don't even do the minimum. Just like chanting 16 rounds. So once when you started chanting 16 rounds, next day is a struggle. It's not easy to chant continuously. But the whole day you pressure, oh, 16 mala baki, 16 mala baki, 16 mala baki. Till the night you are struggling. Nahi hua, mala nahi hua. Like, not done. But instead of pressurizing yourself about 16 rounds, if you say, okay, let me chant few rounds, 1 round, 2 round. So you can see you would have chanted 10 rounds easily till the end of the day. But we are always pressurizing ourselves, 16 rounds, 16 rounds, 16 rounds. But nobody is asking you to complete it within 1 minute. You have time for that. So you don't have time 2 hours in one go. 120 minutes you don't have. To divide it in parts. Give half an hour now. 3 rounds, you do 3 rounds now. Then do later on. Then do later on. Why are you pressurizing yourself in one go? Nobody has told you to do that. So sometimes it's a struggle. So try to do the minimum at least. Okay, I can't do in one go. It's restricted. I have so many things in my mind. Okay, relax now. Take your mala. Okay, now I'll do just 2 rounds. So less pressure na, to perform. And once you do 2 rounds, you will automatically get the strength. Let me do 2 more rounds. And then you will get more strength. Okay, let me do 6 rounds at least. Arey 6 ho gaye, let me complete 8 rounds. So by half day you would have easily complete 8 rounds. And remaining 8 will be done easily. Don't pressurize yourself. This is what mind does. Lamenting and hankering. So don't get into this trap. Okay, 16 rounds not in one go. Okay, I'll do 1 round now. Let me put my hand in the bead bag. But we don't even do that. Sola mala. Okay, but mala is there. Pick up the mala. The solution is there. Pick up your mala. Hare sola mala nahi hua, sola mala nahi hua. Pick up the mala, Baba. Put your hand in the bead bag. This is the mind how it tricks. But when you are in association with devotees, he will tell you, okay, Prabhu, no problem. Divide the rounds. Divide the rounds. Do 2 rounds now. And then you will see how much easily it goes. The holy name helps you to chant more. The mind is bringing hurdles, but the holy name will help you to chant more rounds. And such rounds will be attentive also. Because now you have the potency of the holy name. Because you are showing sincerity. So it's all about sincerity. So yes, it's a struggle. It's not easy. The 4 regulative principles, the 16 rounds minimum, it's not easy. It's easy to give the vow. How many rounds you promise to follow? Minimum 16. How many rules and regulations? 4. Ho gaya. Jai ho, da 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 das, da 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 devi dasi, hari bol. 2 se 3 ho gaya. 2 minutes it takes to give a vow. But you have to follow those vows throughout your life. Throughout your life. Till the end of your life. That's not easy. That's not easy. So it becomes difficult when we don't have the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Easy things become difficult and difficult things becomes easy if we have mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we should look for that mercy, and that mercy will come when we take shelter of devotees. When we expose our ears to hear about Krishna Katha, to hear about holy name, to hear about devotees who have struggled, but still when they took shelter of Krishna, they were delivered. So Bhagavatam is all about that. It's all about taking shelter. It tells you different examples, how they all were struggling. But just by taking shelter of Kṛṣṇa, they all were delivered. Even an elephant was delivered. They didn't knew what he was praying for. Just offered a lotus, and Kṛṣṇa, he ran to deliver him. He ran so fast that Garuda was left behind. Kṛṣṇa appeared first on the scene, and then he killed that crocodile and delivered this elephant, Gajendra. So similarly, we are always in a precarious position because we are in material world, and this Maya crocodile is always there to grab us. Is always there. And she catches us when we are all alone, in the corner, with my dearmost friend. Sorry, dearmost friend is here, but this disappears somewhere, is hanging on the door or somewhere, and this dearmost phone is just next to you. You sleep like this sometimes. It's so dearmost. So we have to change our dearmost friend to japa. If needed, you sleep like this. Kabhi bhi udh gaya to okay again, chanting Hare Krishna. Kirtaniya sada hari. Golokya prema dhana. Hari nama sankirtana. So yes, we have to do that if we realize the importance of that. To realize the importance of this process that we have received by the mercy of the acharyas, we have to hear about them. So every day make sure that you hear one lecture. It's so easy. When you get up, just turn on Prabhupada tape. Just turn. Don't see anything else. Just turn on Prabhupada tape. In the whole lecture, at least one statement will give you some impression. Even if you hear one statement nicely, it will change your perspective. Then chant your rounds. Then go to temple, take darshan. And then do some service. That's it. Day end. Next day, same thing. You don't have to do something big, great. Nobody's telling you to do something big. Just be a devotee. This is what it's needed. Just be a devotee. You don't have to become something big. You have to do only one thing, become a devotee. What color you are wearing? If I'm wearing dark saffron, doesn't mean I'm a big devotee. No. It's all about how much faith you have in Kṛṣṇa, how much dedication you have to Kṛṣṇa. So this is what's needed. And as per your faith and dedication, you will be given the adhikar, Kanishta adhikari, Madhyam adhikari and Uttam adhikari. Adhikari means he will get access in the realm of bhakti. Madhyam adhikari has more access to bhakti. So you get more taste. Anandam buddhi vardhanam. And Kanishta is always struggling. Hey, mera paneer nahi aaya. Oh, mera isi kam nahi kar raha hai. Oh, my kapda acha nahi hai. He always complain. Materially gets disturbed always. Madhyam, he says, okay, oh, I have books, I can hear books, I can read books, yeah, I can do so many things. He's attached to the process. And Uttam adhikari totally depend on Kṛṣṇa. Acha bhi Kṛṣṇa ke hisab se, bura bhi Kṛṣṇa ke hisab se. Everything is good. That's the vision of Uttam adhikari. So we have to elevate ourselves by developing this faith. And this faith will come by a strong hearing process. To japa is a very personal thing. So let's keep it personal. Don't disturb it with some external element, especially the mind. Tell the mind, shh, keep quiet for a few minutes. The whole day I have to stay with you only. Now let me stay with the holy name for a few minutes. That's it. Delay the mind. It will cry, it will hanker. Don't listen to it. Just do your japa. And then sometimes the mind says, oh, something interesting is coming with the mind. Let me note it down in the book. Prabhupada was there in Bombay and Yamuna Mataji was doing like that. She was chanting in between, she was taking notes in her diary. Prabhupada said, what are you doing? Prabhupada, something nice came in, some quote came in my mind. Let it stay in the mind. You chant your japa now. You complete your japa now. It will come back when it's needed to come back. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sanivishto mata smritir jnanam apohanam cha. It will come if it's needed to come. Don't worry. Now chant your japa with Kṛṣṇa. So this is what we have to do. And then things will become wonderful and nice. And there is a nice statement I have noted down here. Ki it's said in one Puran that even a beast can become a devotee of the Lord, can become purified. Even an ant can become purified. What to speak about people who are philosophers, who knows about Kṛṣṇa consciousness. So Prabhupada says in the purport that we should not seek who is qualified and who is not qualified to take up to bhakti. Sometimes Like when I was going for book distribution, so I was in a village. So I should see, big bungalow means wealthy person, he will take a book. Small hut, nobody will take the book. But it was always vice versa. The big person will take a small book, but a small house person, he will take Kṛṣṇa book. It always happened like that. So we can never judge. Who will Kṛṣṇa inspire to? One time this one house was there. It was like outside the village, in the corner, in the fields. I said, already the bag is loaded. Khali hua nahi hai, books gaye nahi hai. Why we have to travel to the end? Huh? The mind was playing around. I said, should I go or not go? Huh? You can stay in the bus and relax, sleep peacefully. I said, okay, let me give a try. So I went inside, and I saw the man was getting ready to go for the office. I said, he will definitely not take the book. But he said, oh, come in. He said, what do you have? I was showing him one book. He said, show me everything. I showed him everything, and he said, how much this cost? And then I took my calculator, done, Prabhuji, this much. Oh, give me everything. And took the whole set. Kṛṣṇa book, Bhagavad Gita, small book, medium book, everything. Just a small endeavor. This was just lacking, small endeavor. And you got a chance to take Prabhupada books. And imagine how much mercy you attract. But did I desire to do that easily? I did grudgingly, I have to do this. But still the mercy was not like that. So mercy is changing you. And mercy is always available. You give out this process that we are having. It's so nice. Share with others. And this will attract mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this will change your heart. And things will become beautiful. Things will become beautiful. And then you'll start loving. You'll start liking the association of devotees. You cannot stay away from the association of devotees. Sometimes people go away with the association. Say, yes, everybody is nonsense. But they don't realize that their own mind is a nonsense. They don't realize. Recently I was reciting a verse from Bhagavatam. Very nice verse. Sometimes we blame others for our bad situation. Oh, I am suffering due to this person. I am suffering due to this person. But Bhagavatam says, Nayam jano me sukha dukkha hetur. I thought that the reason of my suffering is this person. Oh, this person is responsible. My sasuma is responsible. My husband is responsible. Huh? But no. Here it said, this is wrong. No, they are not responsible. Okay, then I thought, Devatatma, the Devatas, they are responsible for my suffering. They are creating some disturbance in my life. But I was wrong. Then, Graha, oh my nakshatra so bad. Sare Sati, Mangal, Shani, Ketu, Rahu, Ketu, everyone in my chart, they are responsible for my bad situation. No, sorry, they are also not responsible. Okay, then who is responsible? Karma, my karma, so bad karma. They are responsible for my suffering. Sorry, this is also not responsible. They are not to be blamed for. Okay, Kalaha, my bad time. Time is more powerful. So now this is my bad time. No, Kala is also not responsible. Then who is responsible? Oh, only one person is responsible. Who? Manha param karanam amananti. Your mind. He is responsible for your suffering. The mind is responsible for your suffering, and samsara chakram parivartayadyat. And this mind is responsible for you to take birth again and again and again. So don't go for the external reason that he is responsible. No, your mind is responsible. If your mind is not Kṛṣṇa Charana-ravinda, is not focused on the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa, then he will always blame others. He will always blame others. When we say, Ahankar vimudatma kartamiti manite. Kartami means one thinks that I am the doer, and he also thinks that he is the doer for disturbance in my life. But we forget Sarva Karana Karanam. Who is Sarva Karana Karanam? Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is responsible. But why are you blaming others? But your mind is complaining. Sochati kangsati. So we have to change that attitude. We have to say, no, Kṛṣṇa is suridam sarva bhutanam. He is my well-wisher. He is my friend. And if I take his shelter, then everything will be fine. Everything will be nice. That faith we must develop, and then things get beautiful. Dealings get beautiful, realizations get beautiful, and yeah, then you develop intense desire to go back to Godhead. This is what we are lacking. The desire to go back to Godhead. So thank you. This is a very nice, powerful verse. I think we should all read it again when we go back to our place. And it's a powerful verse where it's talking about our situation only because we are materially contaminated and we are struggling. But if we continue to take shelter of this process, then we are sadhu. We are sadhu. Still sadhu. Okay. Struggling sadhu, but sadhu. So not a problem. Take shelter. Just like this temple. So Prabhupada wanted how much? $45,000, say $75,000 every month. You can imagine how much is $75,000? Impossible. VVT contributed something, but there were few sannyasis, Guru Kripa Maharaj, who was the leader, and they were getting money. How they were getting was not right way. It was trick and so many things were there. But they were doing for Prabhupada, it got all managed. And they kept giving Prabhupada money. But when Prabhupada left this world, they got habitual to those habits. And they continued those things, which was a wrong way of getting money. And that time they got caught. And they were jailed. They were all jailed. So similarly, you have to understand, if we work for a sadhu, sadhu takes care of us. We have to work for the sadhu and we have to understand who is a sadhu. Sadhu is one who has Kṛṣṇa Charana-ravinda, has taken shelter of Lord Kṛṣṇa. So everyone, they dedicated their life to Srila Prabhupada. Why? Because he was totally surrendered to Lord Kṛṣṇa. And surrender to Lord Kṛṣṇa is resembling when you have taken shelter to devotee of Lord Kṛṣṇa. This is what Prabhupada is saying. Attachment to a devotee is attachment to the service of the Lord. So you have to develop attachment to a devotee who will give you service. And when you develop service, attachment to the service means you start loving Kṛṣṇa. If you love someone, you will serve that person, right? Oh, I love you, but I don't serve you. That's not love. That's fake. So when you love someone, you will serve that person. If you say, I love Prabhupada, then you serve Srila Prabhupada. So this is the way. We have to serve the devotee of the Lord, and then things get better. So all the best. Hare Krishna. So any questions? We have 2 minutes. Or any comments?
Bit more explanation. Thank you for your wonderful lecture. And you just quoted that it is our mind which is the cause of all the problems, not karma, not this or that. What is the number of that verse? Give from that is
This is from Bhagavatam 11th canto, 11:23:42. 11:23:42. This is the verse.
a bit more explanation.
In this mind. For example, I will just tell you. Param Dishva Nivartate. Right now, we are practicing Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Before coming to Kṛṣṇa consciousness, we were living a life where we were surrounded with people who are like a disturbing element. We all have one person in our life who always disturbs our life. We all have that. If you don't have, you are very lucky. But we all have one person who always disturbs us. But after taking to Kṛṣṇa consciousness, you don't get affected by anything. Why? Because your mind has transcended that position. You don't get affected by small things. If you see something bad, eating element, will you get attracted to it? No, because you have developed a higher taste. So simply when your mind is focused on Kṛṣṇa, you transcend the normal situation, which is blaming. The person is reason for my suffering, my karma is suffering, is giving me suffering, my nakshatra is giving, okay, let me wear some anguti, चंद की अंगूठी, सैटर्न की अंगूठी, इसकी अंगूठी, सबकी अंगूठी, एक उंगली में जगह नहीं. No. How you see things, that is the main reason. So if you are Kṛṣṇa conscious, you will see things tatvatah as it is. If you are not Kṛṣṇa conscious, you will be materially conscious, and then you will see karta hamati manete. He is to be blamed. It's all about your consciousness. तो So if you are Krishna conscious, we see Krishna's hand. And if you love Krishna, you won't hate any situation. Okay, he is giving me trouble. Krishna wants it. And Krishna is my well-wisher. Why should I complain? He is giving me something nice. Krishna wants it. So that's nice. So you have to see Krishna in everything. But when you are disturbed materially, you don't see Krishna. You see Maya. So that's the whole thing. It's all about the mind. Okay, ये सब dress, everything is as a Vaishnava. But the mind, where is the mind? So it's all about the mind. So yes, we have started the process. Externally we are changing. Now have to do the internal purification. And the most powerful tool for internal purification is Hare Krishna, the japa. That's the most powerful tool. So keep chanting and things will get better and better and better. Thank you. Hare Krishna.